Wake up, sleepyheads, and what's up? P to the J, PJ here, back with another Madden video for you guys. And today we are going over the last important Madden 20 stream that they're doing for the teaser for Madden 20. In my opinion, Madden Mobile is not important to me. I'm not doing anything with that on my channel, so we're not going to cover that stream or anything that they talk about it with that. But we are going to get into a summary of what they talked about on the stream today for gameplay and playbooks and all the new stuff in that regards coming. And the first thing that they went over was just a review of the past stream. Basically, it kind of went over the superstar abilities again, but if you need an in-depth guide and preview and review on all that stuff, just go back to my last video and it will touch all of that in depth and show you what that's going to look like and feel like for Madden 20. In this stream, just went over the QB trajectories. They're focusing on that more and more each day. They want us to give them constant feedback once we start playing the game to tweak it, but basically they're just focusing on how the ball comes out of the quarterback's hands a lot. And in addition to that, they went over pump fakes and how if you double tap the receiver you're trying to throw to in Madden 20, then your quarterback's going to pump fake the ball, and this can fake out the defenders and get your receiver a little bit more open, especially if you have a top tier quarterback like a Big Ben. They gave him as the example where he has a superstar ability where pump fakes are going to be more deadly. And so I don't know if that's going to be OP or not, but we'll see when we play it. And then they also talked about how it's going to be a lot more fast to fun is what they called it. So when you pick a play and you're going to immediately see your team lined up on the line of scrimmage, and they're going to cut a lot of cutscenes out in between plays just to get us into the game a lot faster. So that could be a good and a bad thing. If you like the authenticity of seeing your players walk out of the huddle, I guess that might be bad for you, but I'm down for anything that'll make the games go by faster. So we'll have to wait and see how that works out when we play the game. And then at the end of the stream, they touched on some of the legacy and additional features and updates that they're bringing from old Madden into Madden 20. Mainly and specifically, and most importantly in my opinion, is the receiver hot routes. They are going to keep the route running Kim abilities on receivers, but it's going to be based on archetypes this year, and you're not going to have to put a Kim on them to get it. And instead of losing routes, you're going to actually just use the D-pad to get up to four more routes added to your route tree that you can adjust your receivers and make those hot routes on the fly, which is really cool in my opinion, especially because you don't lose any routes this year. So based on where your receiver is, if he's like a slot receiver archetype and he's in the slot, then your D-pad will give you four more options that are unique to the slot receiver. They also said that if you have a top tier quarterback with the field general superstar ability, then he's going to be able to put those hot routes on any receiver at any point on the field, which is really cool. Adds that level, that extra level of strategy, because you might want that instead of like a gunslinging Mahomes type ability. So we'll have to see how all of this works once we actually get to play the game. They didn't really show any gameplay footage on that, but it is what it is. We'll just have to wait and see. They also touched on Shed D and how that's going to be tweaked, and hopefully nerfed, so people can't just put bums out there and spread them out and get instant pressure. And they also said they tweaked real player motion to make it more responsive for the player you're controlling with the joystick, and they're going to add it to the defense. Now, I'm not going to believe until I see it, but if they did fix it, that's a great thing and definite plus, because it was so annoying for me. But the meat and potatoes and thing I'm so excited for from this stream, guys, is when Anthony White, the playbook king at EA, came on and talked about all the new playbook and gameplay aspects to new plays that is coming to Madden 20. And the big thing they touched on with these new playbooks and plays is the RPOs. If you didn't know, RPOs are coming into Madden 20, and those are just going to be run pass options. So it's just one play that you can run or pass on, and they are really cool. Another way to look at them is just a new age upgraded triple option, or the triple option 2.0. And if you guys have been rocking with this channel long enough, you know that's why I am really excited about this, because you guys know the Panthers Playbook is my favorite playbook in the game for a while, especially because they have the best options, triple options, read options in the game. This is a kid in the candy store for me, because if these RPOs are actually really good, that's all I'm running in my office. And you can see on the screen, they showed some play arts of what it's actually going to look like in your playbook and in the game. which was nice because they didn't really show much else on the stream except people talking. You can see how they look. They're basically going to have an initial handoff and then a pass play behind it. Or in terms of the alert section of RPOs, you'll have the run play at the beginning, but at any point you can cancel out of it and make the throw to whatever receiver you have on the backside. So these are really cool. I hope they're really good in the game. They said there's going to be over 200 of these at launch of different varieties, the peek, the read, and the alert. So the peek and the read are going to be like your traditional triple option, except instead of a pitch, you're going to pass. And then the alert is going to be, like I said earlier, you're going to hand off, but you can cancel to that backside pass at any time. So I'm really excited for these. They said they'll tweak them to make them better or worse throughout the year and maybe add more as we go along in Madden 20 as well. So I'm kind of I am optimistic that these are going to be good and very fun, especially for me. They also talked about how there's going to be team-specific playbooks that are more authentic based on their real team counterparts. So for instance, the Raiders are going to have their Dragon style playbook in the game, and you're going to see the Ravens playbook is going to be a lot more focused on options, triple options, RPOs, and even the Cardinals are going to have the air raid college style Cliff Kingsbury Texas Tech type offense, and it's going to be the only one in the game is what they said. So if the Panthers aren't that great, I'm definitely going to be using the Ravens or the Cardinals in Madden 20 at least once, I guarantee you that. But other than that, they talked about the Rams, how the Rams are going to have more of their jet sweep action out of single back. They showed some of the play arts for those as well. You can see them on the screen right now. And on top of showing the play arts, they also went in and they went ahead and showed us what it's kind of going to look like in game. It was just like a pixely, kind of like a graphical design thing for that. But they did show how those plays are going to look in the game, and you can see them right now on the screen. And you can kind of tell how the motions are going to look. I don't know exactly how the buttons are going to work, like which button do you press to get it to which guy, or when you can throw it to which receiver, or how you hand off if you want to hand off on those plays. But I mean, that's the cool stuff that's going to be interesting for us to see when Madden 20 comes out. You see here on this jet sweep, we already kind of know how the jet sweeps are going to be. We have some of those in Madden 19 already, but there's different variations of them. And they show this one right here. I really like that. It's out of like a bunch. He said this was a single back bunch. So you got that wide side receiver coming around and he's going to get the pitch. And you'll probably have one that looks the same, but it's a toss to the running back going to the left. So a lot of mini schemes probably coming from this type of stuff from me, guys. So definitely stay tuned to the channel for those. As soon as Madden 20 comes out, I'm going to try to be all on top of the best schemes and plays out of the new playbooks for sure. This is definitely what was most exciting and cool to me. So I hope that this stuff is actually really good in the game so we can actually use it all year. They also, for Philadelphia Eagle fans, they have your Philly special in there. And they also not only have the Philly special, they also showed how it's going to look, but they also touched on that they're going to have other plays that go off of this, as well as other trick plays in general in playbooks. Now, I don't know how good they're going to be. Again, I mean, the Philly special was one-time thing in the Super Bowl. I don't know how it's going to work in game all the time, but it may be really good, and especially if they add other plays off of it. We'll just have to wait and see for that. But other than all of that RPO stuff and playbook stuff, they really didn't touch anything else. This is the last stream that they're really going to focus on Madden 20. Like I said, Madden Mobile, I'm not too big on that. I'm sure they'll be giving us more in-depth stuff when EA Play comes out. That's what they really talked about throughout the stream. We're not going to get a lot of gameplay footage or actually be able to see how it is until EA Play. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to go to that. I'm just a newbie YouTuber to this, but if you guys keep the love, the subscribing, the likes, the support of the channel, who knows, one day maybe we will be invited out there to do it. But until then, I'll just give you guys the updates as they give it to us when EA Play is open. But I've got a lot of new content coming up. I did get max rank the other night, and on top of getting max rank, I got a ton of new players, new schemes, and an entire new playbook that I've been experimenting with that I'm definitely excited to show you guys coming soon in the next few videos. So stay tuned for that. Until next time, guys, keep grinding, stay shining. Peace.